Hi everyone, I'm Ali GREYMOND. Today I wanted to talk to you about how to reduce rumination. Rumination is something that you need to reduce in order to recover from obsessive compulsive disorder because that's the obsessive part, right? Obsessing about a certain thing. You can't recover from OCD until you reduce it to zero. How do we do that? And I know for everybody right now is thinking, well, I'm at all day ruminating. How in the world will I be able to do that? You will. So the way you do it is a little bit at a time. It's not all or nothing. It's not, well, starting now, I'm not ruminating at all. That's not really going to work. Your brain will spin anyways, and it will pull you in. What I want you to look at your rumination as is a process of reducing. The best way to do this, and again, I have over 10 years experience helping people recover from OCD. It's a process. How do we do this? I want you to set a notification on your phone at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 9 p.m. Okay? If you have a weird sleep wake pattern, which you probably shouldn't because that's not good for OCD recovery, but if you do due to your job, then you can set it accordingly. The point is that every 3 hours, the notification goes off on your phone and it tells you to track the time. So then you will look back over the past 3 hours. How much did I ruminate? How much did I pay attention to these stuff? How much did I take the thoughts seriously? The thoughts are coming in all the time, but how much did I actually take them seriously? Okay? And I want you to record the number in minutes. So not like, oh, an hour and a half. No, actually record in minutes how much time you estimate you ruminated. Okay? So you do this every one of those time blocks. Okay? At the end of the day, you add up that total. So see, what I do with clients is they send me that total at the end of each night, and then we go over what happened, right? If it was good, if it was bad, what changes do we need to make? So if you're doing this on your own, I want you to track it on your own, okay? So record the time at the end of the night, a sum of all of those periods, okay? And tomorrow, your job, or tomorrow, the next day meaning, your job is to reduce this number. So say if you are at 400 minutes on day one, which for everybody who has OCD, people know it happens. It happens even higher. So you are at 400 minutes. Okay, that's fine. We will fix it, right? So don't get discouraged. Now, what I want you to do is for the upcoming week, try to work towards reducing by 25%. So every day you kind of aim to reduce by 25%. Okay? So you're still going to be ruminating a lot, but you'll be ruminating in the realm of 300 minutes as opposed to 400 minutes. Okay? So that's your goal for the next day. So first day, you're just kind of tracking to see where the number is at. And then the next day, you are reducing by a little bit, okay? So, and then the week, you are stabilizing at 300 minutes. Then the next week after that, when you stabilize at 300 minutes, and for some people, it might take longer, but the goal is a week, okay? So then you'll go to 200 minutes, then 100 minutes, and then zero. And that's what I mean, that you can knock down rumination in a month if you work really hard. 2 months if you work, and 3 months if you just do, just a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's not all or nothing. It's just do 100 minutes. Well, in this case, 100 minutes less. You know. But still do the 300 minutes of rumination, right? Ideally, obviously, you don't want to do that, but this is how you go down when you are in a critical situation where you feel like the thoughts are getting you all the time. You can't possibly reduce, but just reduce by a little bit and just track it. Because if you're not tracking it, it's kind of like beating any kind of addiction if you don't even know how much you are doing the bad habit, right? OCD obviously is a little bit different, but you can treat it in this same way with the rumination part, okay? And you can actually do the same thing with compulsions. With compulsions, it's a lot easier because these are actual physical things. Well, I'll say sometimes it's easier. It depends on how many compulsions the person is doing. If there's a lot of compulsions, it's still a little bit difficult to track and to make sure you remember all of the compulsions that you've done. But same idea, right? So with physical compulsions, just record each one as a separate unit. So say 9 to 12, I have done, say, 10 compulsions. Okay, so 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 12, whatever. At the end of the day, you have your total number. Next day, you're again reducing by 25%. And then day after day, keep going like this. The one important note is on the good days, continue to do recovery work. This is not having a good day doesn't mean that you're cured. You need to push through and you need to work just as hard as you would on a bad day. So it's very, very important. Now also for the delaying, okay? So say since you are tracking the time, so you have 9 until 12, for example, okay? So from 9 to 12, you had say certain amount of minutes, okay? So that's because a lot of people ruminate first thing in the morning a lot, okay? So that's something that you can fully eliminate right off the bat, okay? If you just focus on just getting out of bed, getting going in the morning, no laying in bed, no ruminating. Almost every person with OCD has this issue. So it's just getting out of bed really helps because then you can cut that number down just by doing that little change. So every morning, no matter what, until noon, for example, if you're starting at 9 to noon is your first kind of period there, right? So until noon, no matter what, I'm not ruminating, right? And so that kind of cuts it down. So that is how you do this. It's a step-by-step process. It's a step-by-step battle. You really don't have another option. You need to do recovery work in order to recover. So, and it seems like, oh, now I have to track this time. Literally, just set the notifications. It goes off. You take 2 minutes out of your time to put a number down. It'll take 1 minute to estimate and 1 minute to put it down on your phone. That's it. And at the end of the night, you add it up. And then you're accountable. And also, very important, is it builds self-esteem. Because you will start to see that, oh, wait a minute, I'm doing better. I'm pushing through. I'm doing better. Look, okay, I was at 400 minutes on day 1, but look where I am on day 2 and 3. I'm proud of myself. This was hard. I've done it. I'm proud of me, and the self-esteem goes up. So it's very, very important. And the fact that it's a little bit annoying to do it this way, the benefits more than outweigh that. So I really highly recommend this technique, especially for people with PRO, or if you have a lot of compulsions, because if you're having trouble understanding if you're doing better or worse, this is exactly what you need to be doing. And like I said, I do this with clients where they'll send me every night this information. But if you're doing it by yourself, all you have to do is look at the information, analyze, okay, what did I do here? Okay. From 9 to 12, what happened? Say if you're having consistently high numbers in that block, okay? What happened? Then, make changes, right? Maybe something is triggering you. Maybe you're not able to get out of bed. Maybe say you the first block of time you're doing good, but then second and third not so good, right? In the course of a day. Okay? So then work on that and fix that as well, right? Because usually people kind of, they work on a pattern, and it's usually the same thing that's triggering people over and over again, just in kind of slightly different formats. So what is that thing that continuously triggers you? And you need to reduce, eliminate, do on-purpose exposures. If it's something, say for example, if watching the news triggers you, and say somebody in your household keeps putting on the news at this time and it always triggers you, okay, then you might want to do on-purpose exposures and face the news so you are not triggered every time. Those kinds of things. That's just one of the examples. So I hope you find this video helpful. Please try this. You will see that it works. I will be doing more videos on this as well. If you find them helpful, just let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you would like to do one-on-one recovery program with me, all the information is on youhaveocd.com and you can sign up from there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.